looks like there's nobody there on that team.
No, I appreciate it in general. It made me laugh though.
Yeah, you said it, you're like.
Everything about her makes you laugh.
Version done with that, one was married to him. You gotta listen there. We'll get there.
We're still not ready?
Almost, sorry. Okay.
This.
Oh, it's
Oh, tell me, yes.
ta-da.
Very good. All right. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. This is the Tioga County IDA regular monthly meeting for January 2026. Call the meeting to order at 4:33 and go through a roll call. I am here, John Ward, Brenda Evans. Tracy Miller.
Here.
Eric Nolan.
Here.
Kevin.
Here.
Barbara Case.
Here.
Ron Steele.
Here.
They're all here. Oh, we've got guests, Joe Mayer, Casey Overton, Brittany Woodburn, Megan's joining us virtually, and Matt Priest from the Morning Times is here. Unless anybody wants it, we have nobody for a privilege of the floor today. We'll move right into approval of last month's meeting minutes. Anybody have anything to chat about on last month's meeting? Supplement written.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Carry. Into financial report. You got balance sheet, for November and the transaction detail for November and December. I think the only thing that caught my eye is that Bowers is doing some final cleanup to get us ready for cutting the year off in 2025. Other than that, nothing of major note. Anybody have anything they want to chat about on financial?
That was the allowance for doubtful accounts.
So, yep, so that was one of them. Yep, so we, that's not new. That probably should have been done a couple of years ago, arguably, but.
That's the one we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Inherited the taxes.
well, it was,
Joe was here.
Joe was here. There was somebody that went bankrupt. We had no ability to collect on that, but it still sat on the books.
Yeah.
So
So you made it go away.
now it'll be
We
finally
did.
gone.
We finally, after how many years?
Many years, yeah. Eric and I had to figure out what it
Take
was.
the
I would
time.
blame it on somebody in the valley. And here we go.
Ice cream.
Beat
guy
Waverly
was
up down there. Yeah, I know.
Even if it's in January. Harold and Harry's.
Oh, that's right, there's a long story there.
Other than that, there was some, just journal entries for some of our fixed assets, so we can get married up to the audit report. Get us ready for
Okay.
2025 audit.
The railroad revenue was up and we might have a challenge getting that, in any sort of line. Is there any update on that? Have you seen the pile up there? Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's growing and growing and growing. It goes forever and ever, pile and pile of metal. So I heard March before he's gonna be able to do anything, which that's not bad. I would have thought November. I said,
And that's all right there next to the
big
shrimp.
crane right there. I mean, there's a crane on site.
Right.
So they gotta keep piling it higher. Good. Well, I mean, over.
Yeah,
by
just all over the
track.
building.
Yeah. But there's one over at the other location, I believe, too. Cause it's. I haven't noticed that one. Unbelievable pile of metal. I don't know how he's keeping in business. Don't make any sense to me.
Find more yards.
Well, yeah, but he can't make any money if he can't ship the metal, a scrap. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it'd be all right. Well, I'm just happy, I'm happy he's still
If he
receiving.
can do March, it'll still stay.
What's our railroad income through that we've received now?
What we're at for the year.
Well, no, what month did they pay through? It was before the fire, I assume that we're still seeing revenue.
I would just I'd have to double check. We just got a check in the mail 2 days ago, so I didn't look at what month that was for. I can double check.
Those checks will start getting smaller.
Before that, just-
Yeah, the most recent one I remember cashing was like 11,000.
which is already down.
So I don't know what this one is though.
If no further discussion, I'd look for an acknowledgement to the financial statement.
So moved.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. New business. Item A. About EOT and changing some lodging logo signs for panel boards on the highway.
Yeah, so it's been a goal of ours for a while to try to get an expanded lodging sign on Exit 64 and we go. There's a 2-panel sign right now, and it's like local motels that are on the sign. But we have to be able to put on like some of that practices, like Bella Lockwood or Pelly. In Parkview, we have to get a 6-panel sign, and the state obviously charges for that. It's about 15,000, and you need 2 of them. So, one of the things we wanted to see, talk about that was brought as my committee chair for EAP and John as well, but, the IDA gets an admin fee for the VRI program. And once we receive the admin fee, we'll get about 1 more disbursement from that for those projects. The IDA and the county have a 95-5 agreement, the IDA keeps 5%. The rest goes to the county, so it's our staff is listening to that program. I wanted to see if the IDA and, our committee or our legislature would be open to us retaining the last disbursement of funds to, essentially pay for the signs. And then from there, once they're installed, the businesses have to pay $100 fee a year. Their businesses on that.
So how much is it, the original cost?
They're about
15,000.
30 grand for.
30
grand for 2. Gotta buy one, get one free. That
Yeah,
would be
they're
better though.
They're not cheap when you.
why it's hard.
It's a piece of metal.
Yeah, I wish I talked about it. I don't know those 2 axes. Can you imagine if more down signs? Stop here. That's one still. I'm joking.
Like the business one, they're a little more flexible with the lodging.
Brittany, has anybody ever done or done recently any type of a study on how effective that stuff is today as opposed to this stuff? You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
like, for food, I can see it. For lodging, you're usually doing it, 3, 4, 5 hours out or within 4 or, there's not a lot of eating to pay lodging. I mean, people generally want to know where they're sleeping. But I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I can check with the director and see if she has something to share on that.
I'd be interested in the numbers. When you drive by this week and you stay in Vestal and then you gotta come back to town next week. Now you look at the sign and now you know to look in here or maybe you did it before. But I do so much on this travel now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't imagine that you're driving to a place and you're like, oh, okay, there's a bed and breakfast here. Right, like that just doesn't seem realistic.
I do think like with Lockheed being there and like, VNS comes in a lot and their execs come in a lot, and that
Yeah, that's true.
does make a difference.
Yep.
If they're seeing,
You know there is something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's a good idea to have it. it just pops into my head, like, how many people use that stuff now,
I think gas, you know what I mean? Like that's what I do when I'm looking for a gas station. Is it went out the second.
Right.
Usually it's when you.
Or a bath.
Needle's almost to E.
Yeah, right.
Because you forgot.
I can say I got educated on this because my daytime job, looking for direct return on investment, and I try to, especially when I spend it on social media, which I pay a ton for. And they say it's really something you can't like put numbers on because most of the time it's not going to be like a click and an automatic thing. They're going to see your name. They got to keep seeing your name. Then it changes your search engine where your pecking order is when people would type in what your industry is. So I'm just wondering if that's kind of like not a similar thing where you're putting the money in and they see the sign and now that's gonna trigger them to then go look for it.
Right.
I don't have the answer, but I know what you're saying, because that's how I originally thought I was. And doing what I do for so long, is if I send out a letter, comes back, cost me that to send the letter out, I made X on that, that's my return. It doesn't happen that way in some of these new, these new ways of doing things, so I don't know.
I think they say you have to see a name 7 times, right? A business name before. But, yeah.
Maybe a business name, but when they see my name, the first time, they're like, I know that.
Live here your whole life. You kind of know, we know the lay of the land, but.
Well, you have it, I mean, it happens to us all the time, I mean, people come to visit us from Albany all the time, and they always stay in Elmira, or they stay in Binghamton. There's 3 hotels within 3 miles of the high school, but they're all on the side of the line. They don't go search it. You know what I mean? It's just like, right.
Well, if it was you, you'd be going to the casino and staying there.
Well, they figured that out, I think, they have figured that out.
And going to Binghamton, when there's a casino right
Well,
there.
it's closer here, this is, and that actually is the closest lodging in New York State, so it does work out for those guys.
You don't need a motion from us.
No, I just wanted to make sure, or see if you guys were open to it, and my next step would be to take it to the legislature.
What 5% of?
Well, really, for us, I was gonna say,
Maybe like 5,000.
for us, we don't get,
It'd be cost us about $5,000 and what we're gonna get out of the ARA. I don't know.
Brittany's way all over more money than that.
No, but she set this up.
You might want to take this as a win.
For 5 million last time, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have no opposition.
No, me neither. If the legislature, I'm okay with it. But I mean, like,
Well, then we.
they're gonna kill us.
No, then we have to go see Jackson.
yeah, cause.
On our end, on
Yeah.
our end.
Right,
I'm certain it'll have to be a resolution and it'll be
Be discussion.
might be.
Becca, we'll get
before we
Becca
this figured out, but.
We'll get Becca involved, right?
Yeah, she's talked to businesses and they'd be really excited, and I think they would be willing to contribute something too, it's just a lot for small businesses, I don't know, so.
they wanted it, I mean, we've talked about this at the LEC board for years, just haven't been able to get there. Luge Media contract for 2026, I believe that's in the packet. If anybody wanted to bring that up. Dollar amount was $1,300 and change, I believe.
$2,968.18.
Way off. Way fine of what last year was.
I tell you what, I've worked with them.
Yeah, it's good. Nathaniel, he's been working with the county now for 4 or 5 years.
Video this morning. Or equipment, one of the equipment we should have.
Mm-hmm. The facade one's a little better, so wait for that one. I think it's in the, sorry, yeah, it's the back.
How much access is that for $3,000? I mean, that's not a lot for research.
Cause he's content.
He works with us, the IDAs of the bank, and then, economic.
Yeah.
Budget planning and sustainability, so.
First year we did it, we actually covered the full bill, and then we had to go chase down reimbursements. Now we're actually billed out separately, right? I remember the first time through was kind of a big number, and then we had to get reimbursement from.
He took really pretty pictures of the railroad. Guys, everyone else.
Even if he just does some videos of our properties and stuff like that.
And he does all the content, and then we have Busy Life that kind of keeps us fresh. Different platforms.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good there. I guess we'll be looking for a motion to approve the contract with the Luge Media cover list for the full year 2026, total contract value 2,968.18. And then we'd be payable this month. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Private property posting, so Groundhog Day, so with issues like this, we had a issue with our Hess property up in Long Ferry where kind of, unfortunately, I think has been bearing the brunt of it in regards to a hunting dispute. I don't know if you want to talk on that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't looked actually.
So they've requested the ability to post the property. It's our property, but they lease it, so they have lease rights to it, they use it for agricultural reasons. But they've had rogue hunters that say that they have rights to hunt there. So they-
It's not posted, right? That's what they're
It's
saying.
not
Just because
currently
it's not posted, they probably feel it.
Oh, mine's not posted, somebody comes to my property and lets it go.
That's
It's not
different.
gonna be a good plan.
With the shotgun.
I go to the train station.
They did put up some hay, so they can't cross the bridge anymore to hunt, but that's their method right now.
What we're looking for is to
Who's
get
the-
permission.
Who's the leasing?
Heidi Zimmer and, is it Lindhorst?
Was it?
Heidi Zimmer and Lindhorst, I can't remember his first name.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem. If they're paying us money to lease the land, then they should be able to do.
Have full access to it.
It's a lot of work to post property though.
Well, and that was just it. I think the next step was to talk about schematics. We said we provide the signs. We fill out our info, but we encourage them to.
I don't know about that. I don't know about it. Why would we buy the site? They want to post it. You know, if you want to post it, go buy your posted signs and post it. I mean, you have the access to the property. We're not mowing the yard for you either.
Well, they didn't like ask,
I mean, I'm just saying, you rented the property, you want to post it, like, you know, go buy your post. I mean, I'm not buying.
Well, they get contact them.
well, we
What's
recommend,
that?
They contact us as property.
No, they would contact them. They're under, they currently lease the property. That's their property under lease. That's all I understand.
Okay, this is.
Joe.
This is on you. What do you think?
When somebody leases land from us for an agricultural situation such as this property, and the guy takes the hunting over there and he trips and shoots himself. Now who's on the hook?
You're all.
Guy does what?
He shoots himself hunting.
Everybody, that's a bad analogy because they assume everything.
Shoots the neighbor when he's hunting.
We're not, we don't know the shooting.
So we don't care.
We don't care.
well, they
How
didn't,
about you?
Yeah, I don't. They can post it if they want, go buy your.
We're leasing it to somebody and now it's,
We don't have rights or access to it because it's leased to them.
The lessee would have the right to.
Correct.
So.
well, they didn't ask to post it. They called, concerned because people were threatening them because they were wanting to hunt on the property and they told them they couldn't. The people left, so then they put hay so people couldn't cross the bridge because that's the only way to really access the area. But then, and then, law enforcement called me, because the people who were trying to hunt called the cops on them saying that they didn't lease the property. So then I had to verify that they leased the property. So the law enforcement pretty much can't do anything if we don't have the property posted is what they're saying. So we suggested like, hey, should we post our property so maybe law enforcement can better deal with this issue? It was more of like a suggestion. And they, the people who are leasing from us asked us what they would like them to do because they wanted to make sure they weren't violating their lease by putting the hay there and telling people they couldn't go on the property. So it's more if they were just concerned with what was going on.
Yeah, having heard all that, if they wanna do something, put posted signs on the property, have at it. That's what I think.
Okay.
yeah, but in saying that, now if somebody trespasses on the property, they should call the authorities and have that squared away.
Mm-hmm.
And they should.
And that's what it is.
But they're trespassing on the lessee's rights.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And their rights away.
Right.
So
That's
but
what I
then-
mean, yes, you should call.
So it should be their name on the post, not ours.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
I mean,
telling
it
you,
could be either one, they would enforce.
If somebody gets hurt on that property, somebody's paying.
But it's,
Well,
It's like you lease an apartment, you know, nobody can come in.
They can do it, yeah, they'll knock themselves out.
we got that all squared away now.
I got a whole bunch of sticks, if they need sticks to pile on the ground, I can make that happen.
Okay, done, they got full permission to post away, but.
Put one every 5 feet.
One thing that is when not having our property posted, it just added another layer, like when we had the situation down on that with the homeless and these couldn't come in.
They kept taking them down. We
Yeah.
could put them up, they take them down. Take them down.
And this could happen down there too, but taking them down is a violation. So, but you gotta catch them.
Yeah, they just need to call the sheriff's department.
Like I said, this stuff never happens to me.
Item D on here, FEMA reimbursement, I don't know, this predates a lot of us in the room, but we got some mystery money deposited, which is nice, that was $1,400 and change if anybody. Sweet. Calls, a storm on Halloween in 2019, and then I don't know what property it was for, they were gonna try to get us more.
Was it out by the beavers?
We're not sure that the person's been out of the office, we haven't got more detail. We just didn't know if anyone else would call.
I remember there was a bad storm because it wiped the end of the driveway right out.
I don't know.
What's,
It was
what's
before
that place right across from Talcott Street? Not where the creek comes off the hill there, makes it mouth all the time.
All right across from,
Once,
Monkey Run.
Monkey Road, yeah.
We'll keep looking into it.
Magic money.
They gave us money.
$1,400 a week, if it can become a steady stream.
I'll let you know.
I tell you, somebody went through pain to get that, I will tell you that.
It was there,
If there's FEMA involved, it's very painful. And what is it? We're now 7 years later.
Oh, yeah.
We finally get the money. From something that happened 7 years ago. This is like, oh yeah, your house burned down then, or what happened then and something's gone? Okay.
There's somebody in her office that probably has 60 man hours into that $1,400.
Or somebody somewhere, yes.
All right, we got free money, what's next?
There you go. MRB group, we mentioned this in the annual meeting, we've got them taking a peek at all of our policies. They'll come back with anything they think is. Yeah. Old business, Bowers, again, I think they're getting close, but they did do few, adjusting entries from the last meeting to now. Nothing major shattering there.
And then they have their contracts. I gave you guys all printed out separately.
I didn't,
Mhm.
alright, so the Bowers contract does mirror the same dollar amount that we paid 2025. $900 a month is the primary. So we'll pay him $1,000 a year to help us with our year-end review and get us ready for the audit. And $2 for 1099 prep. Coming right up. Anybody have any questions so far? I think Bowers has done a pretty darn good job for us, getting this all cleaned up, getting us converted to QuickBooks Online.
Kudos to your team for working with them, putting the time to get that basic especially.
Thanks. Yeah. They've been really great to work with, like for the whole, we met with them regarding the audit recently, and it's gonna be really good that we're working with them. It's gonna make it way smoother.
Very good.
Any further discussion on that contract? If not, I look for a motion to approve it for 2026. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Tractor Supply, nothing major or new there. Again, kind of like Groundhog Day, same as previous months.
I contacted Luke, or I called, who's the project manager, but I didn't really call back. But they're driving this, the closing. So we'll hear from them. We're prepared.
So they
We
still
go
have
still
water,
denying,
right?
or is we go still denying them water? Can I give them a basic hearing, right?
I'm not part of that. I have no idea.
Part of town.
I'm not part of the town. Cuyahoga County.
I'm sure that.
I think they gotta wait
Going
till-
right in the paper, but you said, just so you know.
Yeah, Matt's gonna be all over it. Eric's fault.
They can't find me over there. I don't have any signs.
Open a bucket. Open a bucket, the river's right across the road.
That's right. Is that what they're waiting on though?
As far as I know, they're still waiting for water to get there, and I heard somebody say March. So,
Well, this is on paperwork stage. They can't even put anything in the ground yet.
well, they haven't put anything in the ground anyway, cause
Not right now, they're not.
frozen.
Yeah, they got big machinery. Make a mess over there, it's gonna be all right.
Nothing more than, that'll be,
Tell
that'll
them
be,
the guy that makes a mess on everything.
item A might come up, but item B is gonna be different. Item C, so if your clean tech road map update, you wanna talk on that, Brett?
Sure. So I'm sure some of you guys remember the clean tech strategy that the Southern Tier Industrial Development Agencies and development organizations did last year with Newmark. So once that was published, and you can, you contributed $5,000 to that initially. So once that was complete, they moved on to this roadmap phase, which we contributed, I think it was 1,500, right?
Mhm.
To this next roadmap phase, Susan Payne, she's worked with us before on housing studies and different things like that. To put together a roadmap to implement this clean tech strategy. But the conversation has kind of shifted, and instead it's kind of, pivoted to the IDAs and EDOs in the Southern Tier region of New York State, partnering together on marketing our industrial sites and buildings, not just specifically for clean tech, but really for advanced manufacturing. Yeah. And so right now we've had our second meeting with Susan, and we're just figuring out what that structure is gonna look like, whether it's just a little more informal collaboration or an actual entity. So we're looking at kind of setting up goals and objectives for that, and I'll keep you guys updated. They'll likely look for, they'll have to hire an employee to run this basically. It was one of Newmark's suggestions, or one of the few regions in the southern, or in the state that doesn't have this set up. And a lot of times we're just missing out on projects because site selectors don't want to go to individual counties. They either want to go on a regional basis or they want to interact with the state. So I think it's just going to be a helpful way for us to get more of our sites out there. And they'll likely look for contributions from the IDAs. We don't have any sense for numbers right now, so yeah, we did, but questions. I think it makes sense for us.
That could be a lengthy project then.
Yeah, they're planning on having one more meeting before, and the next discussion is the financial and the budget side of it.
Is this, I can't remember, is this Southern Tier 8 that's running this, or is this just our through county?
It's our ESD, which is Southern Tier they're coming forward, and they're different.
Yeah, we
Our
should know
Southern Tier
where-
regions are different, yeah. So this is the IDA.
This one runs from Steuben, the other side of Brew.
No,
Delaware,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. It is what it is. Regional approach for that.
Item D on here, that's our, pencil for walking trails along the railroad.
Whose idea was that?
Champion that. Champion.
So we were awarded, we were awarded $450,000 for preliminary engineering to have a rail, like just to do like a preliminary engineering study to see if we could do a rail trail from Newark Valley to Berkshire, ending around George Smith Park. The total cost is going to be around $600,000. So we do have a funding gap where we are looking for other sources. So we're looking for other sources for $150,000. We have a meeting with USDA. I think it's next week, to discuss some options. So stay tuned for that.
All I know is if we get this grant, we get this thing put in, you better have your butt up there walking all the time.
Oh, I will. I'm doing a run
Like
streak.
$500,000 feasibility study,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's like $500,000 to see if this could possibly happen.
And then
Mhm.
600,000 build it.
Yeah,
Why don't we
make it
just
happen.
build it in the first place?
I know.
Well, that, yeah, you know. Look,
But, yeah.
I promise I'll use it in like 15 years if it exists, you know?
Okay. Alright. Sounds like a plan.
Dare to dream.
If you don't ever ask, it doesn't ever happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're actually, just so you guys know, so the Achieve competition, I think I talked about it maybe the other day, but the Southern Tier got awarded for South Works and but they're gonna be releasing it around the Southern Tier. There's 6 counties in the Southern Tier that want to submit for this type of project. So we're actually have really good timing. And if the Southern Tier is awarded, they can get up to 50 million. You know, so it's a possibility, a project we're gonna throw out there, so it works, the timing's really good, so.
Yeah, we've been partnering with them and they just submit like, with the other, counties, and we have an updated map for potential trails that'll all connect all of our counties, so.
Well, this is the spot where they always say, there's no local share. Okay, where do you think the money came from? Yeah, right, out of my pocket.
You better use the trail too then.
I might go up there and, ride my bicycle or
There
something.
you go. Evan can bring his e-bike.
Okay, motorcycle.
Committee updates, audit, nothing yet, but again, audit season here before you. Governance committee, no report. Finance committee, well, worn out, get ready for annual meeting. Loan committee, get our annual visits to loan recipients. You're still waiting on the 2, right?
Mhm.
Survey. And then in regards to side loan and equipment lease, both those applicants still owe us info, right?
Mhm.
We're still trying to get signed up for being able to pull credit reports.
And
Were you on that call yesterday?
Yeah.
Megan said that went okay.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. We only have to get one more piece of documentation and then,
And sir, good luck.
yeah, you don't have that? Oh,
I don't even know what you got back in the 70s.
I don't know. Yeah, that might be,
That's literally from 1970 something for their EIN filing.
Remember, it took 7 years.
Joe, that's almost offensive the way he said that, don't you think?
Yes.
Joe, do you have it though?
That was. Now that you bring it up.
I don't know, you thought about it got by yet.
I can guarantee you it didn't show up in somebody's email. in 1970.
Really, there were no emails.
We did receive another facade loan application today too. I haven't reviewed it or anything yet, but I figured I'd let you know.
I don't remember how long it takes. That could take a couple weeks. Somebody's gonna be on hold with the IRS for a while. That's the more painful part. Railroad, nothing new there.
Yeah,
Pilot updates,
I had a public relate with anybody.
nothing new from Best Bev. Artistas in good graces. Sonny's for just working through some schematics of their sales to try to better attendance tracking. Nothing new there since we talked on any of those though, right?
Are they still building at Sun East? Are they stopped for the winter, or does anybody
They
know?
moved a lot of dirt up there, but I don't know.
I'm well aware of that. My brother lives up there, so I
Oh,
hear
okay.
about it all day, every time I see it. The road's a mess, his truck's a wreck, he can't keep it clean, like, all right, not my fault.
So are they able, if they go forward with the pilot, are they able to go back retroactively? Or?
So I think Joe, we talked that it's gonna start after March, right? So it'll be the
Right.
first will be the school.
Yeah,
taxes,
so anything that has been done prior to.
Yeah, this will be after March.
Project updates, your USDA stuff, again, these things have been on here for some time. I think the only major thing is, item A. Their geotech is done. They must have got past the hay bales. That's the same property,
Mm-hmm, they did.
but that's good. So, we're just waiting on final report so that we can get access to that. Are they gonna come and present on that or?
We can ask them too. I was interested.
I can't recall, because I feel like they did a final report and that really the only update is geotech. So even if they wanted to do a quick virtual on whatever they,
Yeah, they did do a presentation and then we were just listening.
so if they wanted to hop on a. Nothing new on the IRP, right?
No. That's gonna be on hold until make a decision on how we're gonna send the funds or not.
But they're not bugging us.
No, they're not bugging us. They're gonna take the lead from us on that and.
Okay.
And we're still, I finally got a contact at Hub to talk about the small cities funds.
Okay, good.
Please, so I'm just waiting.
Good.
For some responses.
And equipment lease, we only have the one applicant, right?
Correct.
That may or may not move forward. Anybody have anything else from the good of the order?
If we moved in executive session, if we need to go there, do we need executive?
I can, make a motion to adjourn. Thanks, Matt, see you.
Yeah.
Right, Jerry?
We need information with faster without water tanks,